Today I am going to start project phase. Uh, okay, so earlier I have taught you guys that whenever, as I said, like whenever you are going to be a part of any organization, then what will happen? You people are going to be part of a project. You'll be working on certain project. So how many types of projects are there? In my previous session I have taught you guys like we are having total four kind of projects: implementation, rollout, support, and upgrade project. Now I said like implementation project means A to Z topics are going to be covered in implementation project. So that is why everybody's are going to cover implementation itself, where they'll teach you, all the configuration steps and so many things. Okay. Now, so here I'll also cover implementation project because if you know A to Z topic, then it means if somebody is the part of implementation project or if somebody is having knowledge of implementation project, they can work for rollout also, they can work for support also, they can work for upgrade also. Because if you know A to Z, then it's like we have covered each and everything. Okay. Now, so if you talk about implementation project, or if we talk about implementation project, then I have explained earlier that implementation project is nothing but a project where the first time SAP installation is going to happen for client. And I have given you in the last session, I gave you an example of Tata Motor. So let's suppose, just assume that Tata Motor is going for implementation. In the sense, Tata Motor is using a different ERP right now. They are using Tally, and from Tally they are trying to migrate. They are trying to switch to a different ERP called SAP. Okay. Tata Motor is using at present they are using Tally, and now they are planning to move for SAP. So what will happen? They are not going to do themselves. What will happen for that? They have to invite some IT companies. Now let's suppose they have invited Wipro Technology itself. They decided that Wipro is going to do this implementation of SAP in Tata Motor. Now I'll tell you guys, once they invited Wipro Technology has sent their, a project manager for this. They have appointed a project manager for this Tata Motor project. Now, what is happening? Project manager has reached at client location, and then it's the responsibility of project manager to build his team. Okay. So once we start once he start the project, it doesn't mean that he keep on doing all the activities and all. Of course, I'll give you a very simple example here. If any builder is there or if any engineer is there who got a task to construct a 20 stories building, it doesn't mean that immediately he is going to start the work, and before starting the work, first of all he is going to plan certain activities and all. He is going to divide his entire activity in different phases. That in first phase he is going to, let's suppose, what to say, construct the foundation of the building. Second stage, maybe some pillarings and other things will be taking place. Third steps, wall constructions. Fourth step, door and window installations. Fifth, some paintings and other things. And at last stage, inauguration of the building will be taking place, so that whoever the buyers are there, whoever the investors are there, they are going to occupy the building. It means the building is ready to use. The flat is ready to use. In the same way, here SAP implementation, once we once project manager reached at client location, he has to implement this SAP. He has to install this SAP in client, what to say, systems and all. Right now they are using Tally, so Tally should be replaced by SAP. But this implementation is not a small activity. This is also huge activity which is going to take 7 to 8 months minimum duration, or it can be more also. It may be years together. Depends upon the size of the client. If it is a big organization, of course, it's going to take time because there are several activity. So I'll explain what are those activities first, and then you people will be having some overall ideas what is happening during implementations and all. So first of all, I'll explain theoretically and then practical session. Of course, we'll start after two or three session. We'll start the practical. What to say this one also classes also. So here, what is happening? Implementation. If we are going for implementation, then this entire implementation activity is segregated in 5 phases. Entire implementation activities are segregated in 5 phases. Those phases are called project preparation, business blueprint, realization, final preparation, and go live and support. These are the name which has been given. The name of every phases here it's mentioned. Now, guys, I'll tell you, if somebody is asking about how many project phases are there, you have to say like project phase in the sense 5 phases are there, or any project, any implementation, or even rollout also you can say is segregated in 5 phases. That is project preparation, business blueprint, realization, final preparation, and go live and support. Now I'll tell you guys one more thing here. This is the standard. 5 means standard in the sense like I cannot make it 4 and I cannot make it 6 also. It means 5 means 5, neither less nor more. This is given by SAP, and even the activities also, what all activity we have to perform, that is also fixed by SAP itself, that in phase 1 you have to perform this much activity, in phase 2 you have to perform this much activity, phase 3 also certain activities are there, phase 4 also certain activities are there. So that's how one by one we have to, if I have to teach you guys SAP also, what I am going to do step by step, I am going to teach you guys. In the similar way, here in implementation, project implementation also step by step we have to perform activities and all. And at last, as I said, I have given the example of building where I said like inauguration of the building. So here in the similar way, inauguration is nothing but in SAP, in terms of SAP, we will say go live. Go live means in the last phase, SAP is ready to use by the employee of Tata Motor. Okay. In the same way, building is ready to occupy by the investors or buyers. Okay. Now, so these project phases are also called ASAP methodology. This is called accelerated SAP methodology. See, this ASAP methodology is nothing but a roadmap in the sense how we are going to implement SAP in any organization. Roadmap in the sense once the building construction starts, before that, for that also certain roadmap will be there. Roadmap in the sense like first of all they are going to draw these all activities on a paper, that what we have to do and map and everything, blueprints they are going to prepare of the building, what should be the external look, what should be the internal look, what should be the design of these buildings and all, right? So lots of discussion and lots of things will happen, and then they are going to finalize a roadmap of this building, that okay, this is the map, and apart from this, these are the phases in which we have segregated. In first phase we have to complete this much construction, in second phase we have to complete this much constructions, and likewise in final phase the building is going to be completely final finish touch we are going to give, and so date or so and so month this inauguration of the building will take place. In the similar way, we have to prepare a roadmap for this implementation project also. So it is also called ASAP methodology, that is called accelerated SAP methodology, which is going to, if we prepare any roadmap for any activities, what is happening? It's going to give you a kind of assurance that we are going to complete that activity within the specified time limit. For all activities, guys, whatever the activities are there, these all activities will have certain deadline. I'll tell you guys, whatever activities we are having, like let's suppose this SAP implementation that is treated as a project. If somebody is having like this, whichever, whether it is any activity related to constructions or any activity related to uh, any, say for example, military operations or whatever the things are there, every activities are going to be treated as a project, and for all projects certain deadline will be there that yes, this must be completed within this much time limits, this much some time frame will be there. So likewise for this SAP implementation project also, or any project, certain deadline will be there. This implementation must be completed within 8 months, 9 months or 10 months. So in order to achieve our this objective, in order to complete this entire implementation in the specified timeline, in the specified deadline, we have to draw a plan that yes, first of all we are going to segregate this entire implementation in 5 phases. For first phase, this much is the deadline. Second phase also certain deadline will be there, and likewise on the specified date we are going to complete our entire implementation, or and on that particular date we are going to announce the go live. In the sense, from that date onwards people are going to use SAP and they are going to forget Tally, because Tally will become past. Okay. Okay. So now, so if somebody asks what do you mean by project phases, or what do you mean by ASAP methodology, the same answer is there. It's an implementation methodology which is divided into 5 phases. Or somebody asks like what do you mean by project phases? How many phases are there? So you have to say like total 5 phases are there. Starting from project preparation, blueprint, realization, final preparation, go live, and support. So now one by one we are going to discuss what activities are going to happen in this all phases. Theoretically first, and then practical things also will be there. After 2 3 classes, entire things will be practical itself, don't worry. So first of all, we should have a kind of some kind of frame should be there in your mind, so that practical, like once I start practical, you'll be having a clear understanding what exactly you are doing. So that's what I'm trying to create a plot of these stories and all. Anyhow, so as I said, 5 phases. Now, so what is happening in first phase? So during this phase, the team goes through initial planning and preparation of SAP project. Now, guys, the team will go for initial planning and preparation only if the team is there. So, first activity we are going to do, not we or you, it's the responsibility of the project manager. So, the first activity will be done by project manager is he is going to decide the team size and team member. It means project manager he reached at client location, but he is alone. Now, in order to implement this SAP, he cannot implement alone because he is the leader. He is not going to perform these all activity, but he has to make this happen. He has to make it done by other people, in the sense consultants. So he is going to construct his team. Now, so first of all, he has to decide like how many members are required to implement this project, because as I said, like it depends upon the size of the organization. For big organizations, of course, a huge number of team is required. Now, say for example, it's a medium-sized organization. So he decided that he need 25 members. for each and every module, as you know that in SAP different modules are there. Now, so let's suppose he decided for each and every module he needs one senior and one junior consultant. For each and every module he need one senior and one junior consultant. So he decided like total 25 members are required as of now. Maybe in future if he needs he can increase the team size. That's a different thing. So once he decided that 25 people required initially, then he has to decide who these all 25 people are. So of course, these all 25 people he is going to bring, he is going to recruit. Recruitment in the sense internal recruitment or external recruitment. First of all, internally he has to see like how many consultants or SAP consultants are there who is what to say not having any project in his hand, in the sense they are free, they are not having any activity to perform. So he is going to give this opportunity to those people who is free right now, they are not having any activity. Let's suppose internally he got 21 people. So whatever remaining for remaining four he is going for external recruitment. And what will happen in external recruitment? As I shown you guys, every senior people or project managers, they will be having their Naukri ID and password and everything will be there. So he is going to give certain advertisement on Naukri, or else sometime if we require the candidate on urgent basis, so we will be having tie-up. Every organization will have tie-up with certain consultancies, and we are going to get this requirement to those people that you just find out certain candidate from market, and these are the requirement, these are the criteria. Just find out certain what to say resume from Naukris, and then send it to us. Just talk with the candidate, send it to us, and once the selection happen, then these consultancies are going to get their reward, whatever the fixed amounts are there that they will be getting. Now, so external recruitments means we are going to bring people from external out of the organization. So somehow he decided that okay, 25 people are required, and those 25 number of faces also he decided and he fixed that okay, 21, these are the 21 people who is taking internal movement, in the sense inside within the organization. These people are coming at client location, and remaining for external recruitment has happened, and those people are also coming on a particular till a particular date. Everybody has to reach at client location. So team size is decided, team member also here is fixed, and everybody one by one people started coming to this. Now, then project planning. Project planning in the sense setting the goals and objective of this project. Goals and objective, of course, first of all, if people are going over there, everybody's are going to gathered over there. First of all, they should know what for they have gathered, what for they are going over there, what is the nature of this project, what kind of deadline has been given by client, what kind of expectations are having clients, isn't it? Clients are having. So what will happen? Project manager is going to set the goals and objective of this project. Everything he is going to specify. Most likely in goals and objective, the major what to say weightage or stress is given on the deadline itself. Why? Because we must have, as we know that like Indians are like, if we are not going to give any kind of deadline to the people, then people will become very careless and they will think, okay, we'll start from tomorrow, we'll start from tomorrow, we'll start from tomorrow, and tomorrow will never come. Okay, so that's what a deadline is given by client, that I have given this implementation project to Wipro Technology. Now you people have to complete this entire implementation within 8 months, and in so and so month, on so and so date, I want SAP should be ready, and it should be ready for use by my client, my employees. So by looking into that particular deadline, that particular date, that particular time frame which is given by client, we have to segregate our entire activity we are going to plan our entire activity. So it's the responsibility of project manager to frame out or to, what to say, plan entire activity in that by looking into that deadline. And he has to complete whatever the phases are there. In that all phases he is going to give certain deadline, that okay, first phase we must have to complete in 1 month, second phase must have to be achieve entire activity of second phase in 2 months or something. So as per that he is going to specify all these activities, and deadline is also set by him. That is the work of leader. And I'll tell you guys, the success and failure of entire project goes on the head of project manager itself. He is all in all, and he is responsible. If project implemented successfully within the specified timeline, within the specified deadline, then the first appreciation goes to project manager itself. And if that whatever the given deadline is there, if that is not achieved, then whatever depreciation is also there, that is also going to the project manager itself. Leaders are always responsible. Now, so team size, team member, in the first phase what is happening, team size, team member, he has to decide. Then project goals and objective, where he is going to give some certain deadlines and all. And then at last, kick off meeting. After this all activity, he is going to conduct a kick-off meeting. Kick-off meeting means what? It's, you can say, introductory meeting, internal meeting conducted by project manager. When the everybody reached at client location, now all the consultants, all the SAP consultant are coming from different location. Maybe some people are coming from Delhi, some people are coming from Mumbai, Pune, Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. So even though all are the part of Wipro technology itself, but we don't know about the other guys who is coming from different locations. So what will happen? Kickoff meeting will be conducted by project manager, and there he is going to invite everybody one by one, where people are going to introduce themselves, that hi, this is Kumar, I am having 8 years of experience in FICO, I am going to handle this. I have been, I am responsible here for finance. And about yourself, your location, and your total experience and module. That's it, not more than this. If somebody want to add some personal hobbies and all, that is a different thing, they can add. So this is this kind of, this introduction will be taking place over there in during kickoff meeting. So everybody will come, and then they'll introduce themselves, so that at least we will be having a kind of, like, knowledge about everybody. And then at last, project manager will come, and he is going to introduce about himself. And then he is also going to explain about these goals and objective, in the sense what is his expectation from the team, what deadline has been given by client, within how much of, within how many months we have to complete this project. And even he is going to explain the consequence also, that if the project is not implemented within the specified timeline, then what is the penalty which is going to be charged by client. Because client will also add some kind of clause, that if the project is not completed till the end of April, till the end of March, till the end of January, whatever this month or date they have given, if this is not completed, then how much penalty they are going to charge every month. 5% of entire amount. Let's suppose the Wipro has quoted, Wipro Technology 4 crore they have quoted for this project. Then client will say that if they have given a deadline of March month, if it is not completed, and the project deadline or project is going to be completed in April, so for this 1 month delay, they said like 5% of entire project amount they are going to charge as a penalty. In the sense, like, 5%, in the sense 95% amount their total they are going to pay, 5% they are not going to pay. I'm just giving you example, this amount could be anything. Okay, we are not going to go in that much details, but these are the things which will specify with the clients. And of course, project manager has to explain these all things. Then only we guys are going to work sincerely, or else if these kind of restrictions will not be there, then what will happen? People will become very careless. Every day beer party will be taking place, and whatever this projects are is there without deadline. It may take 3 years also, it may take 4 years also, and then so the end result will be that project is going to be unsuccessful. Now, so in first phase, team size, team member, then project goals and objective will be set by project manager. And then finally, what is happening? He is going to conduct kick-off meeting, where he is going to invite every consultant one by one for introductions and all. And once the introduction session is completed, including project manager also, once this session is completed, then what will happen? First phase is going to be finished. So now the first phase is over. Once the kickoff meeting is done, then we are going to enter into second phase of the project. The second phase of the project is called business blueprint phase. This is called BBP, business blueprint phase. So this blueprint phase is going to take some time. I will explain it into next session, and we'll continue the session from Monday onwards. No, generally I'll tell you guys. Okay, so I'll stop recording here itself, and then I'm going to explain the your queries.